Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 stupidest things in One Piece. And before we start, this is my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinions down in the comments before, the hate starts coming at me. But let's start off with some honorable mentions, and the first thing I'm going to get into is proper cover page adaptations. So, as you guys know, we have gotten some cover pages adapted in One Piece, like the Buggy and Gaimon special, and then the King Wapol thing we got right before the Reverie when he was reintroduced. Those are just a few examples, but we really do need these cover pages because they're very important to the story, and they do add a lot of things, behind the scenes, like where Eneru is still, he's in the moon, spoiler alert. And then how Jinbei got from Wano, a lot of stuff like that got to Wano. There's a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, but that's just my thoughts on the cover pages. Then the next thing is Crocodile and Ace not knowing hockey. And this isn't really Oda's fault. It's just that he added hockey into the story, like, maybe the halfway point. Well, not even. Probably like the 2 out of 3, the second to third half of the story, and these two main powerful characters that he wanted to, be big parts to the story, he gave them hockey after the fact, because Ace lost to Blackbeard, and he had Conqueror's hockey. That's, he's still Blackbeard, but that's Conqueror's hockey, and then, Crocodile lost to Luffy because of water. That should not have happened. But, yeah, it's not really Oda's fault. He just, he wrote it in, and then he decided to change his mind, and, after a while. Now, the next honorable mention I have is the Uta and Film Red. I could make a whole video about this, but basically, Uta, she's kind of mid, basically, what I'm saying is, spoilers for the movie, first off. She basically dies at the end of the movie. That's a very stupid decision, because they added in Shanks' daughter, right? Shanks' daughter, one of the most mysterious characters in the series, and then they kill her off. I know it's non-canon, she's still in the story, probably, but Film Red, there was just so many plot holes and things that just were stupid, like Uta knowing Shanks didn't betray her and still did the stuff she did that led her to die. Why did you go on a rampage if you knew the answer to why you were rampaging, Makes no sense. Yeah. And then the last honorable mention is Big Mom. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this on screen for a second. Big Mom is very stupid. Now, she's a good character. I'm not saying I hate her. But Big Mom is very, very, very stupid. How she rampaged around Whole Cake Island for like almost 100 episodes. It was the same thing. Oh, I'm hungry. I got hunger pains. It was very annoying and very stupid in my opinion, I mean, I guess it just goes with Big Mom's character. But anyway, let's get into number 5, which is GARP watching Ace die. Now, yeah, actually, I want to bring up real quick, there are a lot of spoiler alerts, in the top 5. There's about 2 of them. So if you don't want to get spoiled with the One Piece manga, click off the video now. Thank you for watching. But GARP watching Ace die. This was very stupid because, I mean, I understand why it happened. GARP had to stay with the Marines. He didn't want to become the enemy to the whole world because of Ace, And, I mean, I feel like the world would have a problem fighting GARP, GARP's just that strong. But in the end, Ace did die. Roger did make a promise, GARP made a promise to Roger to, watch his son, raise his son, and in the end, GARP couldn't do it. He had to watch it, and then he couldn't even, kill Akainu like he was gonna do. He literally says, "Thank God Sengoku thank God you're holding me down right now, because I would go over there and murk his shit, you know? So that's number 5. It's a very stupid thing, you know. Of course, everyone wants to see GARP destroy Akainu in that moment, because our boy Ace has passed away. Now, let's get into number 4. Major manga spoilers, but I think this just got adapted in the anime, if I'm not sure, but Kinemon's fake death. So, after Kaido defeats Luffy and, you know, again, for the 3rd time, basically, Kinemon and Okiku, I believe, they're trying to protect Momonosuke because Kaido's defeated Luffy, and he's like, alright, now I gotta go kill that little brat because he's the last person standing in my way. You know, he has my devil fruit as a clone, so I'm gonna go after him. So Kinemon steps in after already getting murked by Kaido once. He gets murked again, and then they save him in the end of Wano. And I understand why they did it, because, you know, they've been through so much, and Kinemon's a very lovable character. But in the Reverie, actually, if you watched it, not the One Piece Reverie, the One Piece YouTube Reverie, they actually had a discussion about this, saying that it would have made Kaido's character very, very OP and, you know, cool. It would have been more badass if Kaido killed a character we've been with for, you know, almost a decade now. It's insane. So, that is an L on One Piece, because I'm happy Kinemon's alive. I do like him personally, but, you know, I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Let's get into number 3. Also manga spoilers. Yamato not joining the Straw Hats. This one got my blood boiling because they set it up so perfectly. One of the chapters, I don't know, I mean, it was one of the chapters at the end of Wano, obviously, before Green Bull showed up. Yamato was teased so many times to join the Straw Hats, and in the end they just said, you know, you're going to be Odin. I thought there was going to be a whole story between Luffy and Yamato. Luffy's like, listen, you're not Odin, you're Yamato, you know, be yourself, be a great, you know, pirate, or whatever you want to be, Yamato. Also, I don't get into that calling Yamato a he. She just wants to be Odin, you know? She wants to be like Odin, not I want to be a guy. That's not really, you know. But anyway, yeah, so they decided to not have Yamato join the Straw Hats. They decided to have her follow in Odin's footsteps, which, you know, was a 180 there, because we thought Luffy was going to have that whole thing with Yamato, but not, you know, that didn't happen. So, now let's get into the top 2. Number 2 being Pagaya, I think that's his name, Konus' father, his fake death. And yeah, a lot of fake deaths here, because this is one of the most biggest memes in One Piece with their controversial fake deaths. This one, it almost got number 1 because it was like so unbelievably ridiculous. How Eneru, ungodly amounts of lightning on this man. Like, like, it's just a thing in One Piece, I guess, where all the characters are immune to lightning. You know, I know Luffy, that was the big thing, but Sanji, Usopp, Zoro, all of them got blasted with enough lightning to kill them, and they all survived. So, a random, you know, I don't know how Skypeans really work. I don't know if they're different from humans in any way. It just seems like they're humans, you know, but they got the Skypean thing. We don't even know what, you know, people in One Piece are even called, but yeah. So, this random father survives an unbelievable lightning blast from Eneru, and survives for no reason. He comes back at the end of the arc, talking about, yeah, I survived, guys. Like, bro, you're such a minor character. There's no reason why you should have survived. It just makes the main villain look less villainous. You know, like the thing with Kinemon. Kaido would have been so badass killing a character we knew for over 10 years. Insane. And then Pagaya Alright, Eneru did already a lot of badass things, you know, Eminem type vibe. Cool. But, bro, if he would have killed Paglia, this fun-loving father, leaving the daughter on her own, too, he killed this girl's father, Luffy would have, you know, it would have made Eneru a lot more badass, in my opinion. And it's just a ridiculous way of him surviving. It's not like, oh, I got stabbed. It's, I got hit with a lightning amount, with an island's worth of lightning, and I survived that. You know, it doesn't make any sense. That brings me into number 1, which is Pells' fake death. Now, this one is the biggest meme in One Piece, because this was the first time this happened, where there was a fake death, you know. Pell, at the end of the war, you know, he basically stopped the war, because he flew up into the sky, he set off that huge bomb like a hero. Vivi's crying, letting out her moment, like, bro, this God who just raised me my whole life died for you, died to protect you all. You know, you don't see that, you know, you're fighting the wrong people. And then, for no reason at all, they brought Pell back. Now, I want to ask you guys right now, what is Pell doing in the manga currently? Is Pell doing anything, you know, in the manga? No, he's not. He went with Vivi to the reverie, and yeah, he talked, but it was just background stuff. It's like, I accompanied Princess Vivi to the reverie. That's it. You know, he doesn't do nothing, so it doesn't make any sense why Oda would take away that great heroic moment. Pell would have been a god. We would have said, Pell is a god for doing that. He literally stopped the war. He saved Vivi. He's a top G for that. The same thing with Paglia, you know. R.I.P. Paglia. He did good, you know. W father. Eneru's an asshole. We would have said the same thing with Crocodile. Deaths, they suck. And I know that personally. But in the story, they make things more emotional. And they make you hate the person even more. You know, One Piece villains could have so... That's why we hated Doflamingo. How many people he killed. We loved Corazon. And he killed his own brother, first off. That's enough to hate someone. You killed your own brother. And then he killed such a fun-loving character that we loved, you know? That's why Doflamingo is such, you know, one of the best villains in anime. You know, period. I know he's not the best, but he is one of the best. So, yeah, this is just my list on, you know, stupid things in One Piece. I'm not going to get you wrong right here. One Piece is the greatest anime of all time. That's all I'm going to say. These are just a couple stupid things. One Piece is certainly not stupid. It's the greatest pieces of fiction ever. But anyways, guys, comment down below. What do you guys think about everything I had to say? Do you agree with my top 5 list here? What do you think about the honorable mentions? I'll definitely try to make a video about Uta. Sorry if I spoiled anyone. But anyways, it's been SSJ Benj. Peace.